York Comic-Con 2015, brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions. I'm Ryan Penagos, a.k.a. Marvel's Agent M, joined by
Gabriel Frazera.
And Al Ewing. Hello.
Hello, fellas. Welcome and good morning.
Good morning.
It's exciting. We are here. Contest of Champions is making a huge splash all weekend long. Super fun. As we've been doing the live stream and talking about the game and doing all this stuff, fans have been sending us pictures of their teams and all their giant collections of heroes and villains. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Last year we came here, we just released the game. We're just starting. People say, what is this? Is this a console game? Is this a mobile game? And now we're just returning. And people have been coming to the booth and saying, I play this game 7 hours a day, and here's my roster. And it's interesting to see.
It makes me feel very inadequate about my own team, which is dreadful.
How many hours a day are you playing? Because it's research. You have to play the game, right? I mean, you're putting in, 10, 12 hours a day on the game?
More like 10, 12 minutes a week. I have things on.
Sure, but you're writing the comic book.
Yes,
and first issue just released. How did that connection come together? How did everything come together where you were brought in and you started collaborating?
Well, I think that was the idea to do a comic that was kind of connected to the game and also connected to the main Marvel universe. So it's kind of like a bridge between the two almost. It's sort of linking up very strongly with the game, but also it's part of continuity. This is not something that's happening outside. They basically needed somebody to write that, and it sounded like a fun gig.
Yeah.
So here I am doing it, and it is a fun gig, so I was right.
That's great. The first issue, I think it's the first issue. There's also probably a story. Yeah, there's the story in the Marvel, the All New, All Different .1. But in the first issue of Contest of Champions, we get introduced, or at least I was introduced to the British Punisher, as a lot of people have been calling it. Was that an established character or brand new?
That was an established character. That was Dan Abnett, Andy Lanning, and Doug Braithwaite came up with that back in the 90s during some of their issues of Punisher. I think it might have been the 80s. I think it was the 90s. During some of their issues of Punisher. Basically, when Frank sort of went to Europe and met a bunch of Euro bad guys, I think there was a storyline called Euro Hit, where he had to hit Euro people, hence the name. And one of the people involved with that was Outlaw, who was like a sort of young guy who'd been inspired by the Punisher, sort of London-based. And I think what we're doing here with him in Contest is in the time between when he was in that book and here he is. He's sort of retired. He's retired from the Punisher business. He's kind of trying to find a more peaceful path. He's moved up north. He wears a flat cap and goes to pub quizzes and wins meat platters. It's all very British. And then the Contest grabs him and he's forced to fight again. So he's in a spot.
That's awesome. And Gabe, do you see what's the connection when the comic's being put together? Because I think the editor is Bill Roseman, probably.
Yeah.
Is he involved in?
Bill Roseman. Mark Panicia is involved.
Yeah, Mark Panicia.
There's Chris Robinson.
Chris Robinson, great. Yeah, so you have all these collaborators, and you're coming up with a character like Outlaw. How does that seep into what you guys are thinking about for the game?
Well, we always wanted to have every single Marvel character, and
8,000. Let's do it.
Yeah, while the fans like the game, we'll keep adding them, and we're very lucky to have Al, because Al knows everything about every corner of the Marvel universe. And as the game progresses, people of course wants to have the blockbuster characters, but we're very interested in the niche characters and the small characters that we can develop with the comic. Into the small stories of the contest, because we have the cosmic, the big themes of the cosmic arena and the fights, and the comic is very good at telling the personal stories, and we want to have Outlaw in there. If people like him from the comic, we definitely want to have him, right? And the other guys that you.
Oh planning. Yeah, there are other guys.
Yeah,
we've got Guillotine, who's new character. You helped with the designs and making that amazing look, and now we've seen her in the comic. I imagine she's going to be a huge hit because I think the reaction to her at the House of Ideas panel we were on Thursday was like, she's amazing. People were losing it just for the first time seeing her, which is great.
Yeah, she looks very awesome, and the stories that are starting being told about her. I read some of the scripts that he did, and it's amazing.
Oh, cheers, man. It's a lot of fun. We've got a kind of 8-page backup in the first issue, kind of going into in sort of the backstory of, because she's got this demon sword that's been passed down from generation to generation, and we go a little bit into the backstory of that. She's very kind of tied into French history, which I hope I've got right.
I thought that was really cool. It was not what I was expecting. When I started reading that story, because I was thinking of her and I didn't know the history, and so like when we get there from all those generations, it was like, this is great. This had so much. The storytelling potential there is awesome.
Well, you will be finding out a bit more about her own personal history as the series goes on.
Very
so I
cool.
kind of introduced the sword first, but we'll be hearing more from her.
Terrific. We do have a couple tweets in here. There was one, Mr. Furious X wants to see Yondu in the game and in the comic.
Which version?
Ooh, which version? That's a good question. Wade Pinder says, last year, MODOK was mentioned in reference to Contest of Champions. We want MODOK, says Wade. Right there. I'm not even making that up.
I am the MODOK champion in the office.
I'm
People
the
keep
MODOK
looking at
champion
it,
at Marvel.
Look, he's ready. He's ready to, like, but I think we have to plan something special for him.
Yes.
I don't want to just release him as another character. I want him to be the boss of Act 5, for example. So I'm preparing something special for MODOK because he's one of my favorites.
He's the greatest character that's ever been created. I mean, that's fact.
Oh, and talking about inclusion in Marvel, I always felt that MODOK represented people with big heads and small arms like me. So.
All right. So what I wanted to do, we've hopefully got this all sorted out to work correctly. We've got a tablet here, and we've got contest playing. We're gonna show some actual live gameplay footage. I can't see anything that's going on, but I'm gonna try my hand it around, and you guys can do some color commentary of my gameplay.
Okay.
Sports commentary.
Yeah, no.
There goes Brian.
Let's see what the event is. All right.
Oh. Venom.
I am going to get thrashed.
Guillotine is very good against Venom because she's a mystic and she has like class bonus against Venom, so she can do it.
Plus she's got that big sword.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. Oh, it's raining, so you can't see Venom properly. That's his element. Yeah, Guillotine is an anti-regen character. Wow.
Yeah, that was
already.
What's up?
I think you fought him first. He had like less than full energy, right?
I'd like to say that was just my ability shining through there.
Yeah, so Guillotine is an anti-regen character. Every character that has regeneration of health, like Wolverine or Deadpool, she steals their regeneration power and adds to the souls of the sword and creates more of the offensive power. So she's very strong in that way.
Amazing. Let's see if.
You wanna try Ultron?
All right, we're gonna try. See if we can do real quick with Ultron.
Yeah, it's going there. Yeah, second one.
Boom.
Yeah. The Ultron quest we created for the hardcore players that we knew would be here. So yeah, he's a little bit on the powered side. Do you have any cosmic characters? Oh, you do have Thor.
Should I use Thor?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I've yet to see Thor in action. So.
All right. So we're gonna do this match, and then in 2 minutes we're gonna have the cast of Teen Wolf.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Try hitting him in the face.
Yeah.
that often works for me.
He's really tall.
Gee.
Kick him.
Yeah, he's doing well.
See,
It's a special.
what's happening here is he's hitting you, and you want to hit him.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you can talk to him too.
I was doing that totally wrong. Well, I've been KO'd by Ultron, which seems appropriate. It's an excellent end to this interview. Gentlemen, thank you for coming. Pick up Marvel Contest of Champions, the comic book now. Go download Marvel Contest of Champions on the Google Play Store. Is that what it's called?
Google Play and
iOS, iTunes, wherever they sell those things. But wait, it's free.
It's free.
Delightful. Guys, stay tuned. Much more coming from Marvel Live right now.